there's one last assignment operator we can learn. Now, don't worry, this isn't too difficult. It seems quite difficult when you actually see the syntax of it, but it actually makes sense when you actually look at it. So, what we're going to be doing is the something equals operator. So the way we do it is we type in our variable, and then we type in an operator, like a normal operator. So I have x plus 2. Now this evaluates to 47. But if we were to print x now, which I will, so we've said 45 and then we've said x plus 2, but now we have, and this is a warning and this sort of explains my point, but if we were to run this, it's still 45 because we haven't actually set x to x plus 2. So how would we go about doing that? Well, one of the ways is to, a bit like the increment, what we did in our increment and decrement video, we did x equals x plus 1, but we can do this for anything. We can do it for 57 if you want, or 55, so that's now going to be 100. And that works, because you see, if we were to now print out x, it is 100. But this is a little, is it just me, or does this look a little bit clunky, if that's the word? It's a bit big code. So we can get rid of all of this and just use one equals sign. And it will also make our code run faster if we do this. So the way, I'm pretty sure, so we can use, so if we get rid of that, because we don't need that. Obviously this doesn't do anything on its own, it's just returning it, but we're not storing that anywhere, so this is kind of useless on its own. However, if we were to put an equal sign after the plus sign, now it's going to set x to whatever x is and add 55. So it basically adds 55 to whatever x already was, and that the result of that is stored in x. So let's try this code out then. And as you can see, it returns 100, which is great because we can see that it is actually returning 55. Now, you can do this with any operator. I could do it with the subtract operator, and I'm going to get -10 here. And it hasn't saved. Let me try that again. As you can see, I've got a -10 because we are taking away take away 55. We're doing, and then we just assigning that, or we're storing that value. We're storing x take away 55, which is -10, sorry, and we're putting that data inside of the box labelled x, or the variable labelled x. So we can also do it with the multiplication sign. 45 times 55, I don't know off by heart, so, and it's it's 2,475. And if I was to put that into my calculator, I'm sure that's right. But it just goes to show that it can be used for any sorts of, it can be used for any form of, it just goes to show that it can be used for any form of data, type. So let's just change this to a double for now, because we're going to do some division. Now, so 45.0 and 55, well, what if we were to divide 45 by 15? Now, this is going to be a whole number, but we can do division that's not. So, as you can see, if we were to run this, hang on, here we are. So it's because I still had the integer data type in here and I hadn't remembered to change that. That goes to show how easy it is to make mistakes. So now, as you can see, we've got 3, or 3.0000. Now we can also use, so we've got 22 and divide that by 7. Now this has to just be the worst approximation of pi in the world, but it's still very common. We get 3.142857. Now, yeah, so that goes to show we can use this for division as well. Now, there's one last thing we can do, and that is modulus. Now, before you click away from this video, you don't need to know the modulus. Sorry, you don't need to. This is going to give me an error because it's not an int, right? Yeah. I'm changing that computer. Be patient. So, as you can see, we can use this with modulus. So 22 divided by 7 is going to leave 3 with 1 remainder. If you don't understand that, watch my modulus video. I'll leave that in the building blocks description, But basically, it just goes to show that we can use it for that as well. If you don't completely understand modulus, that's completely fine. I just want it to go to show that you can use it for any form of mathematical operator.